Good evening, folks. This is Darth Ravage 07 coming at you tonight with my very first Transformers Alternator quick review. This is none other than the Jaguar XK L7, I do believe. Let's look at the back of this. Yep, it's the XK L7 Ravage. And you can also see right there, if you look really close, you can see Jaguar, Jaguar. In essence, that turns into a Jaguar. And really the cool thing, the selling points on these were all $19.99 back in the day. They're based on the current most real life models of the cars or whatever. The American line was known as Alternators. The Japanese line was known as Bonaltech. Bonaltech did die-cast parts for all this. And then the alternators was all plastic, so there is no die-cast, no metal whatsoever in this car mode. But it's a premium paint job done on the plastic as well, because they got the gleam like the automobile would have if it was a real car. They got the windows, which these were just slightly more tinted, so you could hide the inside bits there. But the real charmer and prize with most of the alternators is underneath. When you look at the bottom, this front end usually has a steering alignment. But due to the transformation and the nature of that transformation, they didn't have anything to install the alignment to turn the wheels. And so this one has just the other feature. It has actually a couple other features that the alternators have. Usually it's open end hood, but this hood is not. The hood's all in one piece with the front end due to transformation. And then the other thing with opening doors, you had the steering wheel and the interior there. Had the gear shift in the middle, seats, the whole 9 yards, like when it came to, you know, the top like things. And then another thing in the back here. So I can get this to pop open. I may not be able to pop it open. Most of the trunks would be able to pop open too. And anyway, so I'm not going to be able to get that tonight. But yeah, they had just, it was realistic, see? Like the detailing. And then they had like the mirrors and stuff. They had like the little sticker to make it appear to be like a mirror. The rims were done up, chromed out. These tires were rubber. So it's like a high-end version of the real sports car or the real car. And then it has a transformation added to it. And so this is probably the strongest one of the whole bunch, in my opinion. And your other guys can, you know, agree or disagree with me down in the comments below there. But I really do like what they did here and what the line did. I've always longed for Hasbro to revisit some versions of this and do like a 1970s line with those 70s cars and the highlights, the 60s and so on, the different eras. And give us if you got Autobots to the 80s, let's see those older alternate forms, like, you know, I think there was like a steam locomotive line that come out in the last, you know, 10 to 15 years. They had Optimus as a steam engine, they had Bumblebee as a steam engine, Shockwave, and so on and so forth. But I mean, I like to see some more of this action with the vehicles and stuff. So our boy Ravage turns into a Jaguar XK L7, sorry. And just top end, premium, everything, the lights, the details. It's all there, as you can see, as you come around the car. And then I showed you the bottom a second ago, the top of the car, how it looks and whatnot. Let me get this guy converted over. We're just going to stick simplistic measures. I can do other size comparisons in other videos and stuff. I was just wanting to focus on how it did and what it did for the vehicle mode, and then it's robot mode afterwards. So that's going to be the thing with my alternators. Thanks again for watching. Thanks to all those who subscribe. Let me get this guy transformed in 3, 2, 1, and being the huge fan that I am of Ravage, here he is in his Jaguar mode, his cat mode. And I love the way that the engineers put the tempo there on his neck, got some purple on his head there, some red eyes, and I need to go back and do the touch up and get some silver teeth there because it wasn't done all that good to begin with. You can see how the bottom of them turned out. And it's very cat-like. It's just ingenious engineering when it comes to this. You can see his back claws and their painted toes. And the only thing that Alternators wasn't really super known for was their articulation. This is pretty much the only pose you could get them in a sitting pose. And I like the way that the kibble does up on the back there as you go along the back side of the cat bot there. And but it's still like this is one of those that's going to go up on the shelf and the masterpiece section there. And it was, I think this is their test market for actually doing the masterpieces, seeing if they can get the real car parts and then incorporating the designs back in. Just an absolute stunning cat mode still to me to this day. And this is the first line that I've seen them do two different Ravages. You had a Battle Ravage that Trans Aaron had the other night. That's a convertible Corvette Z06, if I'm not mistaken, from 2006. And he would transform into the Beast Wars Ravage, the Predacon Agent Ravage kind of thing. And then this is the G1 getting a fitting thing. This was a Walmart exclusive. Him and Rumble were, and they had a Catbot Alt mode, or Jaguar that turns into a Jaguar. Rumble was and it was the red version, so it should have been Frenzy, but Rumble had pile driver arms and didn't have regular arms, so he had his tape features in his robot mode, and was actually the Honda Civic redo from, I think the year model was 2006. Please correct me below. It was the Civic Si, and trying to remember. Oh, his engine on the Rumble would be like extra components that he could, like, I don't know. I want to say it actually might have been the missiles that, or the stuff that clipped into the back there. And that's what it was. I think it was like in the trunk instead of the front end of the car. Because most of the alternators had engine blocks that turned into the pistol for the robot, except for Hound and Swindle, which theirs was trapped in the tire in the back of the Jeep mode for both of them. And there's like Hound and Swindle. Then there was Mirage and Hot Rod that shared the Ford GT, is another one of my favorites. But anyway, this was a quick look and quick review of the Alternators line. Ravage is the only one I didn't see Trans Aaron pull out of his repertoire last night. And being a Ravage fan, this was right down my alley, and I picked it up the day I found it in the store, Walmart Nashville, for $19.99 back in the day. All right, so thanks again for watching. I hope this was enjoyable. Got some more alternators coming at you, and I want to do a 6-part Constructicon, build into a 7th video to where we combine them all together into the Devastator. Then after I get that done, then we'll do Michael Bay's, and we're just waiting on stuff to come in. So, all right, guys, thanks again to all who have subscribed, watched. Visit my links below, and thanks again. Y'all have a good night until all are one.